Hello, and welcome to Umamusume. Bear with me, this is the gotcha game of horse girl anime girls that has caught fire on Twitch recently. You take horses, horse girls, whatever, umas, and you train them for different stats, and you put them into horse races. How fun is that? And every time you finish building a character, you get to choose what its parents are so that it inherits different like speed or stamina stats or whatever, and you try and get a good horse. And I think that's kind of fun, actually. So I figured, hey, let's pull up a character, let's start a run and see if it's kind of fun for folks. Every day, basically, you have to choose one thing to train or do, and there's speed, stamina, and all this other stuff that's pretty interesting, and we're just gonna run through it. But before I jump in, let's just start with who the hell is our horse. If I click full stats, you can see we are playing Gold Ship, potential level 2, because I've played the horse a couple times and leveled it up. This horse is kind of cool. It is gonna run turf tracks, which is fine, and medium and long races, so more of a long distance runner rather than a short sprint, which is cool. But because of my genealogy, paces, front, pace, late, and end, are normally like B in the middle and only A at the end. This horse is the only A at the end. And what this is like, where does the horse want to be in terms of strategy in the race? Horse racing, right? Cool. Do you want to just try and get to the front of the pack and lead and set the pace for the race, but eat all the wind resistance, exhaustion? Do you want to be a pace chaser, which is following the lead horse just until the end of the race and then jumping out ahead to win? Do you want to be a late surger, so kind of hang back with the pack, conserve as much energy as possible, don't worry too much about position, and then on that final straightaway jump out? Or end closer, which is, again, our horse is really good for this, and the reason I'm choosing it is because it's quite dramatic. Go way to the back of the pack, don't even worry about it, be last place in the race or whatever, and then going around the last turn on that last quarter, let's pass everyone, which is really interesting because it's basically the riskiest strategy of all. But there's a lot of really good power-ups and skills and things you can get in this game that really pay out if you take the risky strategy. But you can also just get unlucky, get boxed in a race, and do whatever. So, with all that being understood, we do get to start with Warning Shot, which is our, ultimate, as it were, which is just slightly increased velocity for a long spurt starting halfway through the race. So halfway, we're going to probably be positioned at, the very back of the pack, and then this is going to trigger most of the time, and we're going to be able to start from the halfway point of the race, going from last place and crawling up, 12th place, 11th place, 10th place, 9th place, Anyways, it's fun, we should do it. So, what is the strategy with this type of horse? Well, we need speed, stamina, and power. Speed, because it's a horse race. This is basically your top speed, that's cool. Power, because power is your acceleration and ability to pass. As an end closer, we need to pass a lot of people, so we're going to need a lot of power. And stamina, because we're probably going to get put into a lot of medium and long races. So what's challenging about this horse is you need to train a lot of things. The wit stat, we also need to train, because that is how likely you are to use your skills and whatnot. So with all that said, let's jump in. Basically, I'm not going to care about guts and wit early on. I mostly want to care about power, because power also happens to give me stamina, and speed, because speed also gives me power. Early, I'm going to focus on training. I have a bunch of, you get to pick 6 training buddies at the start of the game. They are also training alongside my horse. They're also horse girls. But basically, you make friendship with them. If we look at them, it'll go up, little one, up, up. And the better friends you are with people, the more bonuses they give you to training alongside them. So early on, we're going to focus on upping our friendships. Sometimes they'll highlight things like this. And that's that they likely have a hint about the types of skills they use, or an event that you can start where they'll give you more happiness or whatever. So In general, I want to avoid training stamina, but right now I'm going to pick it because it's early. It's what my friends are doing. I am just, leaning into peer pressure. And what do you know? They gave me 3 skill hints towards learning how to be a strategist. So what does that mean? It means that one of the things that we're training up when we're practicing are skill points. We get a ton of these from participating in races, but you get a little bit just for training. I think wit usually gives you more. And then what we can do is we can take them into this end, and our strategy is end closer, for instance. So if the skill has end closer at the end, hey, this will help us widen our field of view and situational awareness when moving sideways. So this is going to help us weave through the pack from the back to the front if we end up picking this skill. Strategist, we just got 3 hint levels from practicing alongside our friend. They were like, hey, I have this skill. You should learn it. Because it gave us 3 hint levels, we get a 30% discount on learning it, which is slightly widen the field of view when positioned towards the back, late race. So if we're an end closer and it's late race, so going into that last turn and we're still at the back, boom, we have a chance to proc this. So this one we don't have a discount on, but it's a little bit more open-ended in terms of when it could proc. This one you need to lean into the strategy, right? But there's a whole bunch of things that we could still get discounts on, and our debut race, our first race, is in 9 turns, so we have time to think on it. Our friends aren't doing power or speed right now, but some of our friends are doing wit, so this is a good time to do wit. The reason wit is interesting is because you don't need a ton of it. It does give you a little bit of speed. It mostly gives you higher percent chance to use the skills we were just talking about. But, and I can put on log. But, as you can see here, most of them consume stamina to do. Speed takes the most. Stamina takes the least. Maybe Guts takes less than stamina. Oh no, Guts takes more than stamina. But Wit actually gives you stamina for doing it. So it's kind of like an in-between turn, a waiting turn. Like, I'm waiting for my friends to get more involved in the trainings I actually want to spend my stamina on. And then every now and then we'll talk to our friends, and like we can respond in ways to try and get more skill points. So good things come to those who persist. That's probably leaning into the guts stat. The guts is like willpower. I think they would have called it willpower if it wasn't for the fact that they already had wit. They didn't want to confuse G with W, right? Having 2 skills that were W. And that's basically if you run out of stamina in a race, guts allows you to press on without falling off completely. It's better in most cases just to get more stamina. Don't worry about it. So here, if we do redo the formula, that's more like a brain response. So I'm thinking that this response is more likely to give our character wit. And instead it gave us guts anyway. But it also gave us some energy, so I don't know. And our friendship went up. Basically, we're just trying not to get guts, because other than getting like a trivial amount, it doesn't really matter. One of the things that's important, though, is that we do want to get our skills onto breakpoints of every 50 points, because every 100 points is a letter grade, and every 50 points is a plus grade. So if we can get our speed up to like 150, we'll go to F+. If we can get our speed up to 200, we'll go to E rank. So if we can get up to 200, that would be great. And I'd love to do that across my skills. So again, we've got hints here. I'll do one more wit. I really don't want to focus on wit, but that's where my friends are, and the friends are giving us hints, and we're becoming better friends with them as we train this. Train your facial muscles to be more expressive. More guts. But yeah, here we go. 2 friends doing power. We'll keep doing power. And usually I'm just trying to pick something to maximize points, but as we close in on race day, that's where I'm going to be more concerned about landing on breakpoints, right? I don't want to be 1 point away from the next rank up, let alone 4 points away on guts, even if it's a skill I don't care about. We just got skill points for Masterful Gambit, which is this one here. Slightly move up in preparation to close the gap late race. So I do like that as well. I really want my friends to do speed training, but they don't seem very interested in doing it. I'll do another power. Put more heart into it. Power goes up. Love it. Power's close. All right, this is a great time for wits. 3 friends are doing it. If half the squad is doing wit, that's what we're gonna do. Every time you do something 4 times, it does level it up to be even stronger, which is why I'm trying to avoid stamina. If I can just do a lot of power and then level up my power facility, even though stamina only gets points, like half as many points, it still is going to be better to do it because I'm just going to be getting more raw points. The only reason I would do stamina at this point is because Guts happens to be close. Because I have 2 friends doing this, though, we can take a second. Do this one. Calm in a crowd, 3 skill points, plus we leveled up our power facility. Lovely. And again, if you're ever going to pick up this game, if you're interested in it at all, my playstyle is heavy on double skip and just skip everything. Like, if you were to read all of this information all the time, each run would take 4 hours. Right? It would just be insane. So we're tired. We're gonna increase our risk of failure. I don't know if you saw there, but usually when I click something to train, it says 0% failure. The last time I had clicked something, it was already at 1% failure. When I was at no energy, I should have really come in here to show you. It was probably like a 50% failure chance or a 90% failure chance. And failing not only wastes your turn, it can lower your mood, you can lose stats from doing it, and it can inflict you with like negative health effects. Like, failing is quite bad in this game. For instance, right now I'm at normal mood. I'd love to get my mood up to good or great because you get more training benefits. Sometimes when my friends aren't doing, other fellow trainers, aren't doing the things I want, I might take a turn to do recreation and put up my mood. You also get attributes while running increase, but I think that the negative is somehow more painful. So just something to know. We are about to go into our first debut race. Winning this race is important, but we don't instantly lose our career if we fail, because it's just to run in the debut. After that, we'll have to have enough fans, so winning will be important. But then we can have to get in top 5, top 5, top 3, top 3 of all these big races. Place first, place first, place first. If we don't achieve these, our horse will have to end its career, be retired, likely sent to a glue factory and turned into glue. So let's try and avoid that for our gold chip. We'll try and win the whole competition. Masterful Gambit looks good. Increased acceleration on the last spurt. Pressure, this is on long distance races. We even are being offered some skills for front runner, but we don't care about front runner because we're not a front runner. We're an end closer. So let's take our Masterful Gambit skill. This one seems really strong. Right now, I'm not too worried about the vision skills that we have big discounts on, because it's like small races. Instead of like 18 horses, we're gonna have like half that. So yeah, we're gonna be an end pace or strategy. Other folks are doing end, late, pace, and front. And then our skills are F+, and E for power. So hopefully that means that we're gonna be strong for accelerating and pushing through folks once we do get to that final spurt. The circles and triangles and stuff just say that for the field, we are a very strong horse. We're probably the #1 favorite, but again, despite that, our plan isn't to run to the front of the pack, it's to hang back and reserve our stamina. So anyway, we're in the race. Here we go. We're #4. There's only 9 horses. We're leading this second pack while 3, 9, and 7 are pushing forward. You can see up here it's blinking on the 4 because that's our horse. We just happen to be #4 right now. We've got the Japanese commentators that are very excited. Every horse, by the way, is named after a real life horse that existed. So even Gold Ship, our horse, is like, every horse name needs to be unique. This is our unique name for a real life horse that exists today. Even. I think Gold Ship is actually alive. But here we go. We're past halfway through the race. You can see start to finish. Going into this last turn, our ultimate didn't fire off. I don't know if that's just due to our wit stat not being very high, but as we go into the last turn, what do you know? Our end closer bursts through with its power and then holds on to, we have a decent top speed, so it looks like we're just holding on. If we had low stamina, we'd probably get exhausted and fall back, but there you go. Huge Gold Ship flying down the track. She's all alone out front. Huge. Now, this is actually really good for us because this is a huge disparity, right? We won this race by, I don't know, it usually says 7 lengths. This was like head, and this is neck in terms of how close they were. We were 7 lengths and we got first place. The more lengths that you win by, the more extra fans that you'll get. So we were meant to get 700 fans for winning first place. We actually got 1,200 fans for winning first place in our debut race. And that's huge because we have to go into a race for our next goal, right? Place 5 in the hopeful S. Don't worry about all this. And this is in 11 turns for our next one. It's a G1 race. But if we didn't have at least 1,000 fans, we would have to do a bunch more racing to get those fans so we could even qualify to enter this tournament. And we obviously want to win first place because then we'll get 7,000 more fans and life will be good. I think that you need high relationship with the director, one of the friends that is out there at the trainings, and enough fans to level up your ultimate, like your skills, so they're more potent. So right now, our horse has decided that today they will only train in guts. And unfortunately, all of our friends have decided to do everything that isn't guts, and I don't want to do guts. So instead, we'll just take a second to do some recreation, go to the shrine. We got 10 energy back. We could get anywhere between 10 and 30, maybe even 0. So that was a little bit lame. But look at this, huge. We're in great mood. So we're getting 20% more results, and then 4 of our friends are here, right? And if I click them, some of them will say training effectiveness, 5%, you know? So 5% training effectiveness here. Some of them give you race bonus, so more stats from races. Some of them give, I don't know, better mood when training together, right? So all of that to say that now training this is giving us a big bonus, right? So if I trained here, give me one with nobody. Guts, right? Guts, I would get 18 stats, 2 skill points. Stamina with 1 friend, I'm getting 20 plus 2 skill points. Power, I'm getting 29. That's like 50% more points because it's at level 2. All my friends are doing it. When I do this, all my friends are going to become better friends with me. All that stuff. So, pretty big win. And then, again, everybody wants to train power every turn, which is fine because it's also training stamina for me. But I really am worried about my speed not being high enough. So we can check here. Again, now my failure is up to 22% because my energy's so low. I would do wit if a bunch of people were here, but they're not. So let's take a second to rest. You can rest for anywhere between 30, 50, or 70 energy. So it's good to run yourself down so you can actually benefit when you do get the high roll. Despite 4 people being on speed with an exclamation mark, or on power, I need speed. Like, power is way too far ahead of speed for me. That's gonna be a problem. Oh, bad mood. She's exhausted. Managed to predict the cat. Okay. She's fighting extraterrestrials in her mind. Let's take a second and do some wit training. Hang out with our friends. and start thinking about trying to get to the next break points. We get a lot of random stats from stuff, so really getting wit to 150 wouldn't be bad. Otherwise, it's just getting speed to 250, power to 300. So let's do wit once more. Get our energy up a little bit higher. Wet conditions, interesting. Usually I don't worry about like very specific passives. Wow, all my friends are once again doing things I don't care about. I could do recreation, but instead I'll do another wit. Emulate her hairstyle. I think that gives us speed. Yeah, haha, let's go. And now people are doing power. I really need speed though. I should start thinking about just training it even if my friends aren't there. Thankfully they did show up, and they're gonna give me 14 points, which is exactly enough to get to 250. There was a chance I failed that training, but you know, you can't hold yourself back. Let's say we're focusing on speed. So they gave me 10 more speed, which is lovely. And I could probably try and push something up, right? But my energy is quite low, so my failure chance is like 40%. And again, it's quite negative to ban. So I can either do recreation and try and get my mood to great. Again, that will give me 2% more in the race that's coming up. Or I can just take a rest. I'm feeling pretty decent about my chances right now. I wonder, does it tell me the predictions? No. Call me greedy. I'm going to do a rest because I need a big amount of energy here. The special is just enough. Hell yeah. And again, we're right before a race, so we could buy some skills. Ooh, some medium skills. End closer. Well, honestly, let's grab this one, actually. I wasn't going to grab any skills because most of them are like 160, 170. But slightly widen the field of view when positioned at the back of the race, mid-race. Like, that's good. We want to make sure that when we go for our passing spurt, we're good to go. Let's ask predictions here. We should be a top contender. We have high speed, high power, which is what we've been focusing on. We should be good to go. And yeah, now we're up against a big field of horses, so wish us luck. Though I do need to double check whether or not we're being put in medium races or long races. I'm going to scan right through this. Coming out of the block. We are taller than all the other horses because Gold Chip is famously a very tall horse, I believe. But there you go, coming out into the first turn. And as planned, we're dropping way back. Just conserving stamina, not worrying about it too much. Hopefully they don't collapse in on us in a way that blocks us in, because we need to have passing opportunity, right? So, kind of leading the next pack, you can track us at the top over here. Halfway through the race, we're just inching our way forward. We're halfway, right? 9th out of 18. Are we going to get our warning shot ability? Come on. Give me my ultimate. I guess not. But we are still inching forward. You can see we're pushing way out on that left side. Easy peasy, man. Passing on the turn is a little bit painful because you have to go even wider, but we've got the top speed, baby. Come on. Come on, third. Second, first. There it is. And that's the breakaway right there on that last turn. Oh, this laddie is sprinting. The good thing we're blocking a bit. Oh, they're right on our heels, but that's okay. Maintain. Perfect. Perfect. And then stretch the gap. More fans. More fans. Huge. So basically, we are on a very good pace this game. In terms of training, we are ahead of the curve enough that we're still winning by like 3 lengths. And you can see it was 3 lengths between them and the next. So, good stuff. Our horse drop kicks us. Very good. Trolling. It's all good. We were the #1 favorite. The #3 favorite ended up getting second. Where was #2 favorite? All the way down to 6. What a sad performance. And sometimes that happens, right? Like, you come in as the #1 favorite horse and you just barely scrape by, and other times you just dominate the field. Because, you know, with us starting in the back of the pack, right, we could just find ourselves boxed in between 2 slow people on either side and a slow person in the front, and we just have no room to move. Right now, though, we're doing just fine. Now, we only get 6 turns for the next one. Let's train for long distance. Stamina goes up. And now we're being offered these, like, rainbow trainings, which basically is just like a super friendship training. I'm going to take that on the wit, because I have 2 friends here, so I'm just going to let that take the edge. I also had a little bit of room to gain experience still. Another rainbow on power with 3 friends. Oh yeah, another 30 skill points, please. Don't mind if I do. I wouldn't mind getting stamina up to 250, just to make sure it doesn't fall too far behind. It's so funny, I can't even. Just take a moment to calm down. Long shot, you know, that's good. Wit with a skill hint. I think that 3 people on speed is really what I need, though. We're not really getting enough speed. It's falling well behind our power, and it's just such an important stat. So again here, right, we have rainbow with 1 person. Do we care more about 27 skill points or only 20 skill points, but in the things I need, right? And then the other thing I'm thinking about is the break point. We have a race coming up soon. I need this at 300. Training power is good, but it's not going to get us where we need to get. So speed is close. We could do some wit. Wit is actually really good for us right now because it gives us 4 speed points, which is exactly the amount I need. And it might leave us with enough energy that I can train stamina up. And we got a mood benefit. You're just special enough. I think that gives me more energy. Thank you. Wit. I mean, we're at the... No, 4 people all on stamina, bringing me up to that 250 rating. Easy. The thing about, like, our races is I think that our first couple races are medium distance. Just a moment here. We just got an inspiration. This is... You get this twice during your run. You get a whole bunch of stats from your ancestry. So there, right, I look at my sparks. We have all these sparks of, you know, my mom and my grandmother and my other grandmother and then my second mom and her grandmother, right? They were really high speed or high stamina horses, and they're passing that down to me. And then this event gave me 57 speed and 29 stamina that we inherited. We super low rolled on the power. We only got 1 power handed down from our ancestry. Sometimes you can even get like the long benefit. For instance, we have a 3-star in long from this horse, and there's some medium here that we could have hit. That would have been interesting because it could have brought us from a long A to a long S, and then we would get like a 10% or 5% bonus. I forget what it is, if it's 5 or 10, on running tracks of that length. In terms of skill points, we really don't have enough. Maybe we spend on something, you know, end corners, slightly increased velocity on end corner, sure. With 3 skill points on that, 30% discount, it's just cheap enough. Our stamina is slightly off of the next breakpoint, only 14 points, but overall I'd say we actually bumped up speed from our inheritance all the way to 350. That, I don't know, to me I think that puts us in a really good position for this race. We're feeling great, which gives us a 4% bonus and A's across the board in terms of the surface, the length, and our strategy. So let's see what happens. Now this time, I'm going to high speed us to about the halfway point of the race. We did just get a late start though, so let me mention that. You have a chance of bad events happening to you, whether from other people pressuring you, whether it's from a late start out the gate. But with our horse, we're not a front chaser, right? Front chasers need to be in the front so they can get their skills to pop off and maintain their lead. They have a really hard time, because usually with a front person you don't need much power, passing up the field to get to that position they want to be in. So a late start is really painful for horses that need to maintain a strategy of being in the lead early and keeping it. For us, our strategy is to be in 18. Right? Like, the fact that these horses at the back are just like too weak that we sometimes dip into like 16th, 17th, whatever. Oh, yo, we even got our ultimate. Is fine. So the late start does not really hurt us. That's fine. We're getting our speed bonus to start edging us up in this race, going into the last turn. So basically, late starts don't impact us as much as other racers, because we have skills to help us pass. But we're not really doing it. We're going through this last turn, and we need to break out. 10th going to 14th. Coming up, you can see number 10 here. Pushing on the outside, breaking out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, here we go, though. We're closing a little bit. I don't know if there's enough time. We're closing. Okay. So just enough to get to third? Third keeps our run alive, I believe. 1 length, 1 1/4 length. So we were a couple lengths away. We did get third. I need to put us on the logs. Third is enough to get a couple of fans, right? We don't break into the 20,000 fan category, which is a bit of a bummer. But we do get a bunch of skill points. We really didn't get many skill activations there. We just got our ultimate, and our wit isn't that low. It's already at 200, I believe. 300, 400 is like usually how far we need it to go. What did we just get for a mood down? Okay, well, she's just upset, I guess. Wit, 4% failure with this. That seems fine, but like, I'd actually rather rest up and train speed and power, because we're not fast enough. I mean, the wit means our skills proc more, but I actually don't have a tremendous number of super good skills. Let's also check. Our next race is a long race, so we also can't neglect stamina. But power's got almost 30 skill points. This is 22. Let's take some time to do power. Power gives us stamina. %, failure on either. 29 skill points or 31 skill points. This is huge for breaking into the next. But I'm gonna go here. Only 6% chance of failure. I find usually with the like rainbow skill training sessions, you're less likely to fail. We just got a warning that in 2 turns we're gonna get to go for like a summer break training camp. So we should take some time to get energy and mood up. Bet, girl. So right now, even though there's a good speed training, it's level 2. Summer camp will put it to level 5. So let's just take some second, visit the shrine, get some energy, get some mood up. Different bus back. And bearer and walk the distance. Stamina went up. So now we're getting level 5 trainings offered to us. And you can see with all of our friends here with double rainbow training, 43 and 27. This is a huge, massive training session. Holy. At home, our speed training isn't super highly leveled, so I'm thinking I want to go train that up while I'm on summer camp. I'd love to do this, but 34% chance of failure makes me nervous. Let's do a quick rest. Even though it's not efficient to rest while at summer camp, like, we just ran out of stamina. Smash watermelons together. Hell yeah. And then now they're not training speed, unfortunately. If I was ever gonna do guts, this would be a time to do it because the thing could be leveled up. But my friends are very scattered. Let's do a stamina. Save us from doing a stamina at home. Because we usually just get stamina through training power. Treat yourself to something tasty. Maybe they'll give us some energy and great mood. Double power rainbow. I mean, I can't say no. That's huge. It's almost 50 stat points. And another rainbow. See, this is why we got our friendship scores up so high so fast. Let's do a wit this turn so we get a little bit more energy and can actually afford to do a training next turn without a high failure chance. I can play it on your behalf. Got some more energy there. Oh, this is huge. So power is going to hit the next breakpoint for 500, and stamina is going to hit the next breakpoint for 400. I don't know that our speed is high enough to be competitive, but I do know that the next race is a long race. Yaka! I don't know if it's so bad that we're like a long shot. If we're rated 4th favorite or below, we get a speed improvement. Front runner, we're not a front runner. Field of view when moving sideways. Like, we're not getting any of these to proc off, and quite frankly, I just need the speed. If I click this, what's our prediction? Top contender, so we shouldn't be all that low. Increased velocity on a straight sounds so nice, but it's the wrong strategy. End closer, straightaway spurt, increase on the last spurt. This is what I want. Increased velocity on a corner. Now, we haven't had this triggering, and we already have this at the first level. I think this is a chance to save our money for something bigger. Even this, like Uma stance, slightly increased velocity when close to many runners. We spend a lot of time close to many runners, so there'd be a lot of opportunities to trigger that kind of skill. But here we go. C+, C and C. I don't know if C speed is enough. I have no idea. So let's skip through to the blocks. And then, like I said, I'm going to speed to about the halfway point in the race. We're in the second track here, number 2, leading the last pack. It's a good sign that we're generally, like, we were 18th last time, now this time we're 11th in terms of, like, just where we're naturally floating. Even though our strategy is to be at the back of the pack, the people behind us are just too slow to follow. So we're considering the front of the rear pack rear enough for our strategy. And then we get to the halfway point. End closer corner, so we're getting a little bit of speed bonus. You can watch us up here. We're quite far back along this top track. Warning shot, though, that's going to push us in. Now we're coming into this top graphic. Slowly closing, making our way up to the Pace Chasers pack, probably. These are probably the late surgers. These are the Pace Chasers. And then these are the people trying to be leaders. Right, pushing the field further. They're getting skills off to get more endurance and stuff, but we're pushing out on this outside track. Oh yeah, there it is. Boom, 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 boom. Pushing right through, hitting third, slingshotting all the way forward. And we're already in first, but there is a big spurt left here. Any of them could hit some skills to close the gap on us. Oh, it's close. This is neck and neck, baby. I don't actually know if we have the top speed for this last straight, but maybe they don't have the stam? Oh, it's so close, but they're ahead of us. Unless they run out of gas. Yeah, we need more top speed. We have the power to push on through at the outside, but we need more speed, baby. We need speed. So again, we miss out on a little bit of fan accumulation with a second place finish, but it's not so bad. I think, again, our goal, so that we don't have to retire our horse, was just to get 5th? Or top 3? Top 3. So we got 2nd. So our leniency is narrowing. It's top 3, 3, and then 1, 1, 1. Alright, and we only have 3 turns to get the next goal, right? So we're running low on time. And we need a lot of speed. This would be a big wit, though, and get us some energy back. Let's do that. We've already maxed out those friendships, but that's why we're getting so much value out of that training. Run away. Maybe I'll give you speed? Yeah, speed and power. We have a lot of skill points now. Look, man, I need... Wit would be nice to get a little bit more, just to get into that the 250, get E+. And it probably gives me enough energy that I can try and do a speed training next turn. Otherwise, I could have just relaxed. But nobody's training it. Everyone's doing power. This is an absurd amount of skill points. I'm going to do it. 11% chance of failure. We hit it. We hit the good. So now we need to get a skill. Because without skills, we are not making it here. Everything's for pace chasers, man. This is the one I was thinking about, Umastan. When near lots of people. When surrounded, get some energy back. What kind of race is this? Long. I really wanted, like, you know, something about accelerating on a straight in the last spurt. Speed. But I wanted, like, a higher level skill than that. Our friends haven't taught us much that really jumps out as incredible. Even, like, our parents don't have green skills. If our parents had green skills like this one, our grandmother does, but not our mother. You can learn them as well, but it wasn't meant to be. I'm really nervous. This is a chance of placing. We have a chance of placing. We need to finish top 3, and we only have a chance of placing. We're pretty low in terms of skill for speed and stamina, but we have a lot of power. But our power is actually also like 30 points off the next break. So let's speed to half point. We're rushed. That's not good. That consumes extra stamina and kind of messes up the strategy a bit. But end closer corner, it's pretty early to hit the end closer corner, but that's fine. We are slowly making our way up the field here. We're actually all the way into 4th really early. Which is interesting. It means our horse feels really good, despite being on an end closer strategy. I mean, the rush can make them want to run forward, even if it's not their strategy, but to be this far forward as an end closer is a good sign. 2nd place, closing in on the leader. It looks like the whole pack is actually closing in, though, but we're closing in the most. 8th is just falling so far behind, it makes the whole pack look like it's stretching out. Alright, we're not alone now. Straightaway spurt, though. Huge skill proc. Can we carry this through? Come on, a little bit more gas, a little bit more push. This is neck. Ah. Second place again. We're a second place horse, man. Second place horse. We need so much more skill in speed. We were 3/4 of a length there. Painful. Okay. Next, we have to get another top 3 performance. We've been second the last 2 races in a row. So we're keeping a decent pace, but we're not quite hitting first. Deepen our understanding of its deliciousness. Lovely. This isn't that much speed knowledge, but we'll do what we can. Lay low. 3 points in lay low. And a hot spring ticket for huge everything. Raffle time. We hit a hot spring and got... I think this is like an incredible roll. I think that's just a random event that can happen. And it gives you everything. Higher mood, 30 energy. Like, I was actually going to do a rest day. And look at that. All my friends want to train speed with me. Though speed is just so underdeveloped at this point because I haven't been doing it enough. It's only like a level 2 training thing, but I have level 4 on wit and power. A 25% chance is too much for me to risk. Well rested though. We got a high roll well rested, but then a low roll event. I'm at max energy, so I don't want to do wit. Even though my friends were doing wit, I may have been able to push it to 300. You gotta do... We need speed. We need top speed to close out the race. Look at this, though. Oh, my God. So this is nice because it would get our stamina to the next break point. Man, speed sucks. Why are these people not boosting me more? This is just too many stat points to ignore. Give me... Stam to the next 50. Yeah, like, when all my friends were doing this, it wasn't even that much better. I'll do a quick recreation, hopefully get 30 power, 30 energy, 10 energy. We gotta let them find her. An inspiration. Love it. Love to see it. Maybe that'll give me a big speed boost again. Yeah. 45 and then 14 stam. But then energy went down. But there it is. All of our friends, 2 unicorn party time. Yes. Our stam is still going to be kind of low at not quite 500, which is annoying. But like... Ooh, I actually love that. We just got offered a pretty decent skill called Lone Wolf. And I find in the campaign, very few horses have Lone Wolf. Shape up or jam? Alright, so jam. An athlete's... Or an adrenaline... Coming of age story or adrenaline? Coming of age, sure. Guts. Wrong choice. Skill. So give me that Lone Wolf. Ooh, what's this? For medium races. Okay. Long races. Okay. End closer. End closer. Lone Wolf. Only 49 points. If you're the only Lone Wolf, you get a bonus. There it is. Honestly, with 3 points off end closer corners, I'm thinking that at this point we just buy it. I think it's not as much a difference to get, like, the first point hits harder than the second point, and the price goes up, but it's exactly what we need. More speed through those last corners to put us out ahead. Here we go, once again, 6 late chasers. 8 pace chasers, 6 late closers, and only 1 other end. Oh no, late surgers and closers. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of names around this stuff. I'm feeling really good after that last event. Lone Wolf did in fact trigger, so we're getting a big buff to some of our stats. And we're maintaining 18th, 17th, 15th, 14th. We're not even on the upper track here, but 13th place. You can see number 4, we're jostling for position here. 12th, going on the outside. We're at the halfway point, 10th. We're being forced to push out very wide because of where people are running. But I'm okay with that. End closer corner, big speed buff, and then warning shot. Our ultimate, baby. Let's go. Keep pushing that long spurt. You can see us in this middle pack here, just kind of closing around. 7th place. 6th. 5th. Still closing in here, going into this last corner. Pushing out wide. 4th, 3rd. Closing in on those front runners. Making huge gains here. Top speed bonuses really coming into play. We've got the power to hold on. Someone's on our heels though. 17 is pushing out the field even further, maintaining that lead. Back into 4th. We're fading a bit. Oh, but we're pushing back forward. Last stretch. I don't know if we have it. Straightaway spurt. Do we only need 3rd or do we need 1st for this race? Because I'm liking our chances of 3rd. But we're running out of gas. We're slowing down. Somebody's going to pass us. No. Oh, we just kept 3rd. Do we need 3rd or 1st? 3rd or 1st? 3/4 of the length. 3rd. We get to keep going. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. But I don't know, man. We need so much. We need 1st place next race. And we only have 3 turns to train. Oh my god. I want to do this, but a 1/4% chance of losing means that we just won't make it at all. I have to do a rest here. I just don't have it in me. That means and we low rolled on the rest. We only got 30 points. Oh, with 2 training sessions, it's hard because like 40 points here, but get more stamina and a hint here and get close to 300 wit, or just push speed, but there's a chance that our friends don't even do it. So let's just do a quick wit. End closer straight away. I think that we already maxed out that skill. If we survive this, there's going to be a new summer camp. So we can hit 300 wit, or we can push speed and get a little bit more power. I think that we push the speed and hit the breakpoint on power. All of our training is restricted, but it doesn't matter. Okay, what is this race? It's sunny, it's medium, it's inner. Takaruza. If we come here, Takaruza isn't it's sunny, it's not wet. Long shot. Honestly, long shot. I think that we're becoming a long shot. We're falling behind on stats, so I think the game is probably going to imagine that we're not a #1 fave. I think. Oh no, we are. We're the #2 favorite, but we need to hit #1 to succeed and move to the next phase. It thinks that we're a bit low on stamina, and maybe that's it. We're just fading in the late game because we didn't push stamina enough, but I don't know, man. We gotta be a believer. Lone Wolf giving us some base stat increases. Fast forwarding through, 13th place, even though we're in the end closer, always a good sign. Proccing that skill so early feels like a waste. But there's our warning shot. Okay, so here we go. Outside, left, pushing through. Number 12 is holding the front of the line, but it's not a huge stretch. There's a huge clump that we've made ourselves. We've just gotten around them. Coming out wide, swinging into fourth. They're proccing some skills, but that's okay. We're pushing into second, pushing into first, and we actually look like we're holding it. Straightaway spurt, hold. Don't fade. The field is closing, but we're clean. We're through so clean. Let's go, number 2 favorite, winning by like so many lengths after coming second, third, like so many races in a row. Oh baby, 7 lengths. What a stellar performance. Boom! Get knocked down, kid. Thank you. I thank my parents for genetics. So that's a huge fan increase. Maybe we'll hit 100,000 here. How much time do we have before our next race? We also have summer camp coming up, I believe. If I recall correctly. 7 turns, mostly going to happen at summer camp. Okay. Wit would be a good chance to get... Like, our friends aren't really doing a lot of something, so let's do a quick wit. Finally hit that 300 mark. Speed with a bunch of friends. Send it. Frickin' send it, man. Speed with some friends. I'm worried about hitting stamina up to the 550 mark. Because I don't train much stamina at home, it makes a lot of sense to do it here. And then we're too tired. It's a 57% chance to fail on, like, everything. So we'll do a quick recreation. How many cicada shells did you collect? Oh, okay, I guess that gives a little bit of everything. And then more speed. 22 speed does bring us to another, like, break point. Right, the next 50 increment. But it looks like the pluses are on the 100 increments now. You better hurry then. Guts went up. Friendship is maxed out. Guts is so close. I feel like I need to do wit here because even though this is a huge stat increase, like, I don't have the energy to train anything the next turn. And 18% failure. I mean, it's not that bad, but power's still going to be 2 points away. And if I train it, it's 1 point away because I don't have friends. Stamina, you know what? Let's just do a quick wit. Get our stamina slightly higher. And then where are the friends? So stamina to 550. Power. Speed. I mean, it's still all kind of trash. We can get wit to 350. Honestly, if we just do stamina, this will get to a 50 breakpoint. This will get to a 100 breakpoint. Or no, it won't even. It's off by 1. We're missing 1 guts. 1 guts. Skill points. We got a ton of skill points, but we're always on a bad break. Is it going to be wet? I think cloudy is not the same as wet. Alright. So yeah, so there's nothing really that stands out. So let's just go into the race. Let's see what happens. B and B are relative stats. We're the #1 favorite. Most people are trying to take a late pace or late surge or strategy. I think that actually works well for us. The front runner is getting too far ahead is kind of our, like, negative situation. So if there's a whole bunch of people holding back with us, then we're fine. We're running right to left here, which is interesting. And closer corners, giving us an early little boost. Maintaining 6th place, but happily dropping back to maintain stamina. We got our ultimate this time, so we're going for a long spurt. I'm nervous though, because we're kind of trying to cut in on the inside, and it's easy to get blocked. So we have two people on our right, and we're passing the last quarter. We're pushing up though. I can see number one. We're a little bit boxed. Straight spurt. Breaking through the center. 4th place. We're super close to the end though. They're getting a velocity up to close it up. We need first, or we're retiring the horse. Oh, come on. It's close. Yes! Yes! Is that a photo finish? Is that a photo finish? There's no way. Neck and shoulder, I think. Boom! Baby, let's go. Let's freaking go. Oh my god. Nose! I thought it was neck and shoulder. It was a nose. A nose finish. Holy. Yo, this is epic. Was that our last goal? No, we have one more first place, and then if we do that, we get to place in the competition for like the World Cup, basically. Let's do a quick restore. 4 friends all working in stamina. I feel like our stamina's been fine, but if that's what everyone's doing, we'll just pile in. I'm thinking like if I train power, that gets to the next break point, and stamina gets really close to breaking through. Right, stamina's only a couple points away. Give me a +10 event. Ooh, skill points though, 180. No more end closers, are there? Velocity in a straight. And field of view. I mean, I really like this Uma stand. We haven't gotten a discount on it, but when close to many runners, I feel like that happens all the time. Let's try that one. Just feels like a good skill that has lots of chances to proc. 5 away on stamina is a sin, but we've got good chances, I think. We're a little bit low on stamina is what this is saying. We're the number 3 favorite. Unfortunately, if we were 1 favorite lower, we would have got the long shot proc, I believe. Let's see it. Let's see it. Lone Wolf, that's honestly, maybe that's enough to close the gap. This ginger lady is pushing out the field to 16. We're hanging in the back of the rear pack. Moving through midpoint. No skill procs. Ultimate. Alright, let's see it. We are way back here. Number 4 blinking, stuck kind of on that inside rail with someone in front of us. The front pack is very clustered. We're slowly, it looks like, inching forward, but going into this last section. Straightaway spurt into the turn. We're not really making distance, but strategist for being in the rear of the pack. Right, that was for being really far back late. We're making a breakthrough. We cut through the center. Moving into this next pack. We're hitting it very fast. Cutting inside. Looks like we're breaking all the way up into 3rd. Still making distance. Closing in. How are we going to get past this one? Oh, pushing through with power. Half a length. These announcers are going hard, screaming, and I actually feel the same way. I actually thought that was gonna be the death. Drop kick me, girl. You deserve it. Holy 3. Number 3 fave, and this was against number 8 and number 7. Number 1 and 2 weren't even in the running. Huge fan gains here. we're just shy of the 160 mark. Again, I think that is like helps unlock your ultimate leveling up to be stronger. Don't worry about it though, man. Don't worry about it. All goals achieved. That's huge. Stamina up by 10. I think that means that we naturally just grew our stamina into the B rank. We only have one turn, but this is only in for the qualifier. So let's take a second, get some energy, and then we shouldn't have to rest again. I have some points, but honestly, we should save up for something more expensive. Everything we wanted was more than 80. Number 6 favorite. I think that means that we're probably gonna get our lone wolf and our long shot, helping us close the distance and stats. Come on, lone wolf, long shot. Let's go. In fact, we might want to level up long shot again. Let's fast forward out to the halfway mark. End closer corner, pushing in early. Trying to maintain a 10th place position. We are also number 10. And there's the ultimate. So let's see it. We can see ourselves middle of the pack in a lot of ways, but pushing forward, stomping through, kind of looking like we're trying to cut inside, but a little bit boxed, and fading. That's not a good sign. Strategist, that's going to help us break through the cracks. And that's a punch through, baby. We just punched through. Velocity up. Straightaway spurt. We've got good vision. We're cutting through. Green is really far ahead right now. I don't know if there's enough time. No, she's too far. She's too far. So second place means we die. But what they do give you in this game, and these are for the whole career, is a retry chance. So I think that we get one for free because it's our first day, and I think over the whole course of the career you can use like 4, but you want to save them in case you get unlucky in like the last finale. We're using it in the qualifier. At least we didn't use any before getting into the Ura finals, but maybe we just don't have the speed. Maybe speed needs to be 700 for this race. With that said, we'll try and roll it again. Late start though? Because we already saw the race, let's just leave it on ×4. See if this makes a difference. We got a late start and closer corner though, and then we got rushed. But hopefully we don't get boxed in. I feel like we got a little stuck in the mid race last time. This time we had 2 negative events, so I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to cut all the way forward. Never mind. We are slingshotting so hard because we didn't get stuck trying to cut through the middle. Instead, we took the outside route on the reroll. Just push out, girl. Push out. Don't worry about those inside cuts. So that uses one of our clocks on the qualifier. Whoa. Let's go. Let's frickin' go. This is huge. Star. We've got a chance. We've got a real chance here, I gotta say. Getting a huge ton of points in all the categories. We have 16 is so lame. What are my friends doing? They're all doing a wit lesson? Get out of here, man. We need speed. Okay. Leveling up this facility. Alright, 142 points. Man, did we take another long shot level up? This is firm. I feel like a crazy person. What length? Medium length. Firm, medium length. So wet, long shot. So long shot makes sense. Lay low could have helped. Calm in a crowd also could make sense. Mile is not the right length. Front runner, pace chaser, not the right strategy. End closer. We could level this up again. End closer. When moving sideways, I mean that may have saved us like a run ago, where we got stuck in the center. So let's see right through them. Let's keep vision high. I'm a believer, alright? Semi-final. We still have quite a few skills that we'd be happy to push up. Number 6 favorite. You know, number 6 favorite. I love it. I love to hear that. That means that we're going to get our Lone Wolf. It means that we're going to get our Long Shot. It means we're going to get all our buffs to put us from number 6 into number 1. No late start either. I can see right through you. That's an early proc. End closer. Dude, we're supposed to stay back. And we're getting all our skills early. That's not a good sign. Warning shot. Okay. Again, this is an inside strategy. There's a huge clump in front of us. But we're moving wider and wider. We're fanning out. We're so stuck, though. We're boxed in, man. There's just no room for us to break out. This is gonna have to be another clock, right? There's no way. Is there a way? No. I mean, we did a lot in that last portion. But, like, we weren't able to break out early enough. We also used all our abilities too early. So we have 2 more retries. We have 3 for a whole career. We used 1 earlier. This will just re-roll a new starting block position. We're already at max mood, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully they put us wider out. I like being on those outsides. Here we are, slot 14. I like that. I like 14. We don't get boxed in as much on those late outside corners. Yo, look at us go. Wide. We're going wider. Ultimate. We do have 1 reroll, but this, like, we're going to need it for the finale. Number 6 is pushing the field really hard. But we've got a good angle on this outside. I'm a lover of it. 1 horse blocking us a little bit. Come on, gang. Number 6, number 5. Number 4, number 3. This laddie pushed through us last time too, but second, first, push. Just gotta go outside, man. Just gotta go outside. And that's the thing, right? When you're running a front runner, as long as you don't get burned on a late start, usually your good horse will win every time. When you're running an end closer or even a late surger, oh, you need a little bit of luck not to get boxed in. That's huge. Number 6 favorite pushing in. You think that, you know, not being the number 1 favorite and winning should give you more fans, but whatever. So speed did hit 700. Stamina's short of 650, but I think you need 700 to hit it. This could be just a width. 24 is perfectly aligned. So let's do that. It'll also give us more skill points, so it might help us get 2 hints on Slipstream. Slipstream. Where's Slipstream? Decrease wind resistance when falling directly behind another runner. Honestly, that should be fine. We do that all the time. And it should give us a speed boost. Yo, ho ho. That was a huge time. And we actually just enough skill points to purchase it too. Number 8 fave. They think we have high power, not great speed, terrible stamina. We'll show you. We'll show you. We're a lone wolf. Woof. Or woo. Howl. Alright, let's see it. This is the finale. Late start. But I can see right through you. It's a long race too. Holy, what a run. Okay, so 13th place. We are right behind someone, but we're also on the inside track, which is quite nerve-wracking. Dead last. End closer. That speed is maybe going to help us break out of this cluster, but we're so boxed in, honestly. Like, how do you get through this? We're just dead last year. I don't like our chances. Slipstream is nice. We were expecting to get that, but I think that this is going to end up being a reroll because, like, we're just stuck. We got a speed bonus, but we're just boxed against the rail. Going into the last quarter, final spurt. This is late race. Masterful gambit. I don't know, man. You're just blocked. You're just stuck. Come on. Break out of the pack. There isn't a super forward front runner, but like... Finally, she got unstuck, but it's so late. We have one clock left. We have one chance to run this race back. Number 8 favorite, procking all of our things, and we only got 9th. One more retry. This is it. This is the race. Normally, I would speed up the race, but it's our last chance on the finale of becoming a grand champion, and this will be an awesome mommy horse to all my future horses with lots of stats and stuff to pass on. Come on, I'm a believer. I can see right through you, that's good, but you're still in 16th position, man. And you're clustering in exactly where I don't want you, because the other people that are end closers are on your left. 13th place, end closer corner for a little bit extra speed. Oh, it looks like she went on the outside of the pack now and is pushing forward. 11th. No one in front. No slipstream, but that's okay. Looking up here at the top, you can see us coming, closing gap. This time, Mihoyo Bourbon is this front runner. She is stretching the field, number 2, but that's okay. Warning shot, mid-game speed boost. Coming out wide, 7th place. There's only a couple clusters to pass ahead of us here. We're closing in on blue dress here. The field is closing in. People are closing in on number 2. 5th place. 3rd place. Final sprint, straightaway spurt. Not blocked in. We are open ground. Oh, this is so neck and neck with us in number 1. There it is, breaking free. Last reroll. Last chance, baby. Coming from last place, breaking through the mid-game. 3 lengths for a nose finish on the next guys. That was huge. Boom, baby, let's go. And just like that, we were a champion. Let's go. How many fans? 50,000 fans. Are we seriously? We're 5,000 away from a top star designation. That's a little painful. That's a little painful. But hey, at the end of the game, they'll give us a whole bunch of points and stats. Stats. Love it. Oh. And again, this will now go into like my team of horses. Oh, I guess there was a whole bunch of events that are happening. Oh my god, reach the good ending. Baby, reach the good ending. Stats, more stats. 194 points final. Let's see where I can spend this 190. We did a lot of longs. Increase velocity on a straight. Honestly, does that leave 70 points enough for like one of these weird passives? No. This is such like an awkward amount to spend. Because this is 117, right? I guess we can do the U and U. Just take the big, heavily discounted. We'll go to 2 stars, improve running on a downhill. Sure. A couple speed bonuses. And that lets us complete the career. And now this horse is now going to be a new horse in my playthrough here. A B rank horse, almost B plus. I think it was like 45 points away. 2 points of power, 2 points of medium, hopeful, speed and stamina. Love that. Straightway spurt and front runner straightaways is a weird one to be passed down. That might be from a grandparent. All these skills, baby. B plus, B plus. Almost. If we had only gotten 16 more points in this category, I think we would have gotten a rank power. This is my best run ever with this horse by quite a bit. I've never won the finale and gotten the good ending, as it were. Dual Grand Prix. Steamy Solidarity. Oh, baby. I guess that was a high roll as well. Oh, because we got the ticket, maybe, from that event earlier in the run. Anyway, there you go. Huge thing. Stats, getting points, gacha game style. Here's your outcomes. Edit the team. So I guess we had a B1 in our medium category. And this is going to up my overall team's rating because I'm going to slot in this horse. They're still putting her in B, but now she's higher rating, and they shuffled a couple of my other horses around. So when I go into PvP, I put these horses in to the race along other opponents in the game, and they have to race against the horses, the skills, and everything. So anyway, it's cool. She's now my ace in the medium category. I'm surprised they didn't put her in long, but she's also that end closer you can see from that red 4th chevron arrow thing. But yo, that was a sick run. I hope you enjoyed. We got the good ending with this horse, and yeah, she's going to be a horse mama for my next run, probably. See you next time. Ciao for now.